Hello, and welcome to the olfactory conflict between Anastasia of Astora and Havel the Rock, on the only series that will attempt to answer the question, who is Dark Souls' smelliest inhabitant? Our first contestant, Anastasia, hails from Astora, a land ravaged by the evil eye. Her fellow Astorians include seasonal Santa blacksmith Andre, noble Fail son Oscar, and blind laughingstock fool Solaire. Correspondent Kat has more.
Anastasia of Astora has spent an undetermined amount of time living in her underground cell. No one can go near her, not that they would want to. Her dingy outfit, before becoming covered in ash and smoke, once matched the garments worn by way of white maidens. She's a layabout broiling in her prison cave. She's a stew of soot, smoke, and sandal. Her severed tongue and maimed legs, untreated and rotted, layered in necrotic tissue and infection, exude wound odor.
Ouaunt adoris largely due to tissue degradation and or tissue death or necrosis or non-sporing anaerobic bacteria that colonize cutaneous lesions, releasing compounds such as putrescine, cadaverine, unstable sulfur compounds, and short-chain fatty acids as metabolic end products.
I asked bystanders in Firelink Shrine what they thought of Anastasia's odor.
Good sir, what makest thou of the odor produced by the firekeeper, Anastasia of Astora?
Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass?
Yes, how would you describe her smell?
Really forsaken.
And you, sir?
By the lords. Face.
Pardon me, lord? Right, about Anastasia.
That keeper in love with her.
During the course of this report, Anastasia was murdered by Night Lautrec. Along with her robes, all that remained was a small amount of round black delicate, like that of a woodland creature. This tragedy, unfortunately, may disqualify Anastasia from... Hang on. There may be a break. I am being told that the chosen undead has tracked down Night Lautrec and left him dead, like a dog, in the halls of Anorlan. A camera crew was on scene as the events unfolded. The images you're about to see may be graphic.
Chosen Undead is two-handing the Bull Tracer using ninja flips to evade attacks. They are facing a 3-on-1 situation against Lautrec, a pike-wielding warrior, and what appears to be Sealer from New Londo using heavy soul arrows to no effect. Warrior gets too close and takes heavy damage. Lautrec swings and misses with his Shotel. The Sealer has not only abandoned their duty in Ingward, but also their ability to aim. Lautrec and the Chosen Undead exchange blows, but now the Warrior's taking the brunt of the R1 span and down he goes! Now Lautrec has the red glow of the activated red Seer Stone Ring. The Sealer goes after another pillar, but the Chosen Undead runs the corner with the soul arrow and mercilessly executes the Sealer. Now we have a 1-on-1! Lautrec has been 2 steps back during this entire encounter. Lautrec re-engages but loses that exchange. How much health can he possibly have? Oh, and Lautrec withdraws straight into the Bull Tracer, down by the count. He was not favored on this day. Anastasia is avenged. Chosen Undead prevails. The smell of victory sweeter than the smell of Anastasia. And a little bit of banter from the Chosen Undead.
We've caught up to the restored Anastasia. It seems she is able to speak once more. Excuse me, my lady.
I am Anastasia of Astora.
About thou smell?
Please leave me be. I wish not to speak.
Thou hast endured a great ordeal, however.
Thank you.
However, the people have the right to know. Are you the smelliest inhabitant in the land?
Forgive me, I am impure.
Back to the studio.
Well, that was absolutely riveting. Now a word from our sponsor.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? Do you live life on the edge? Can you kick it?
This message brought to you by the Can You Kick It Corporation, makers of How Much Fall Damage Is That?
Welcome back. Our second contestant this week is the legendary warrior and bishop, Havel the Rock. For more, we turn to our resident metaphysical mannequin, Azir. Havel the Rock, who once led his holy warriors into battle alongside Lord Gwyn, was the sworn enemy of research bro Duke Sith the Scaleless. Despite this, there are many volumes detailing Havel's life, accoutrement, and miracles. Here in the Duke's archives, one suspects Sith would certainly have an interest in crowning Havel the Rock as the smelliest in all of Lordran. A passage from the Duke's diary reads,
Dear Diary, I am so over B-word Havel trying to kill me with my grandpa's tooth. He's over jealous that Daddy Gwyn gave me the dukedom. Haters gonna hate. I hate that smelly B-word. Haha, I'm not a hater though.
Before arriving here in the Duke's archives, we received information that Havel was locked in the watchtower basement leading from the Undead Burg into the Dark Root Basin. When approached with comment, Havel was immediately hostile. It is in this reporter's opinion that Havel has gone hollow, and though it was only for a brief moment, we can assure you the stench in the watchtower basement was devastating. Havel's weapon, Dragon Tooth, was used to beat opponents to a pulp and was in fact created from an everlasting dragon's tooth. The tooth has decayed to completely black.
Tooth decay creates a sulfurous or bad smell due to the enamel and dentine being broken down. As the bacteria consume these substances, they release a gas into your mouth that creates the unpleasant odor that occurs with cavities and rotten teeth.
The weapon, as our intern described, has the smell of, quote,
You know when you floss your teeth at the end of the month that mixed with the death smell of rotten meat.
The decayed stench is also present on Havel themselves. It is well known that hollows have beef jerky skin. Havel's rock armor has been acting as something of a slow cooker for the beef jerky and sweat stew. The humidity that seeps in from the basin perpetuates the rancid soup and skewered decomposed meat into a noxious composition dispersed throughout the atmosphere. This has been the Seer reporting. Thank you, Seer, and correspondent Cat, of course. The cases have been made. We now turn to you, the viewers, to tell us who you believe to be the smellier inhabitant between Anastasia of Astora and Havel the Rock. Tune in next time for the results and to meet the next pair of contestants to determine who is Dark Soul's smelliest inhabitant. Thank you.